Greetings from the Brook Cherith, friends. Just wanted to show you this awesome milestone that we've reached today, where we finally got the light masts on the generator trailer and testing them right now. And you can see they put off a lot of light, definitely lighting up the whole area, the ground, and that's just from these two light masts that are up here right now. So you can see what a huge difference it makes. All this light that you see is coming from these two masts right here. It's beautiful, it really is. Testing them, everything seems to be working okay, but you can see what a huge asset this is going to bring to an area, just being able to pull this up and have so much light. You have water. I mean, the whole work area is all lit up. You can see very clearly what you're doing. You're not having to stumble around in the dark. Incredible. And you can also see we got some new signage added to the generator trailer. Rapture response. Make it very clear what the purpose of all this equipment is and why it was prepared and why it's here and why it's ready. It's because it was made for a response to the rapture. It wasn't created by the government or even some other organization or even a charity. It was created and built solely for one single purpose: to respond to the rapture. And that's why all this equipment was prepared. The Lord has prepared it all just for that singular purpose. And so I just want to give you a tour here, some of the progress that's coming together. You can see we got the struts for the main panel. The main panel is going to be hanging right here, and that will distribute to the receptacles that will be underneath the deck, kind of like the water outlets. But you can see that is all ready in place. We got some of the conduit, flexible conduit coming. We got other preparations that are going on down there. A lot of the light switches and stuff will be right down there. But here, check out this toolbox. It's a huge toolbox. It's 48 inches wide, but this is huge. Let me open it up here. And praise the Lord for all these supplies and tools. They got everything they need just for quick repairs. And the neat thing about this maintenance boxes or toolbox is that it's not just for servicing the generator. It's really so that it's a portable maintenance shed, really is ultimately what it's going to be, so that maintenance problems that come up with the laundry trailer or anything else, once they first come onto the site, they'll have a lot of the tools here where they can make sure everything's working right and just have everything right here in a core location. They got plenty of hand tools, all the spares, extra oil, and that's a theme that we've been seeing lately. Paper towels, cleaners, a lot of the plumbing hookups and stuff for the laundry trailer, and that also go with the water tank here as well. And there's going to be other supplies that we're going to be adding in here. More cords, especially once you see all the cords that are going to be going from here to the laundry trailer. There's going to be a lot of, it's going to be filling it up here, and then maybe a portable distribution center too as well. Power. And I got another huge tool kit right here. Again, every part plays a part, and making sure they have everything that they need to keep the lights going as long as possible. And as long as they can keep the lights going, then the medics can do their job really well, and a lot can get done here at the Brook Cherith just with the lights on. You know, you don't have to have air conditioning, although that would be nice, but we don't have a lot of extra power for a lot of that. But as long as you can keep the lights on, then a lot can happen. And so that's one of the main things with these light masts. You can pull up into a church parking lot or wherever, and because there's 12-volt lights systems here too, you can turn the lights on even without the generator being on. And so it is incredible just what these light masts bring to the table, so to speak. Just giving them plenty to work with. Rapture response. Oh, by the way, I also might see if I can climb up here and show you. Also put it on the top too. So you never know, there might be a news helicopter flying around right after the rapture. Maybe I'll get a picture of it and tell people about this strange sign that has been prepared here, that apparently some people believe the rapture just happened. And Lord willing, just the fact that this generator, this trailer is sitting in a parking lot with rapture response written all over it, it's going to stir up some questions, and also go with the resources that the Lord has prepared and that are here, and that go with everything. And to be able to see this has been a coordinated effort. These lights that have been left burning, these lights that have been prepared along with extra oil to burn at the start of a very dark hour. Friends, there's a lot that tells us the hour is very late. We see on the timeline that we're approaching the peak of summer, which is going to be around approximately August 8th. That's the heliacal rising of Sirius, and that's long been the celestial marker of the peak of summer. That's typically, and you can see it on weather maps too, it's typically the hottest time for the latitude of Israel and similar latitudes and everything. That's the peak of summer, which reminds us of Christ's instruction when you see all these things begin to come to pass and look up, and the reminder of the fig tree prophecy, and how he used a picture of spring shows you that summer is drawing nigh. And so we're approaching a time very soon where we can no longer say that summer is almost nigh. We'll be able to say summer is here. So that doesn't tell us the day or hour, but we can look at the two pictures of how springtime tells you summer's coming up, the hottest time especially, and we're here at that similar parallel picture where he likened it to his return, his coming, the coming of the Son of Man. We will know that our redemption draweth nigh. So we see that agricultural, that seasonal picture coming up. The grapes are about to start harvesting any day now too, over there in Israel. The figs still have some time to go, and remember, mid-August is when the turtle doves start leaving. So we can see a window that parallels what we're seeing here on the ground, and a lot telling us that time is very, very short. The Lord is preparing a response to the rapture, and it should catch our attention that we see it paralleling, dovetailing, even the pictures of the season, and the agricultural picture, the animal pictures, everything in Song of Solomon, and also remembering how that chapter ends. Even though it paints a springtime picture, it ends with, at the end, the beloved still has not shown up yet. And so the call is, hurry up, be like a deer and hurry up. There's still that waiting expectation. And so here we are we're obviously not in springtime anymore, but we are approaching where we can say that summer is here. We've reached the peak. And we still got a little bit of time before that happens, but it's hot now. So we're here at a time. So much telling us that time is very short. And just like that call, hurry up, beloved. We are waiting for you, but we also see how he is very long suffering. And the bridegroom tarries for a reason, because he is preparing a response. And it catches my attention also in the news. We see talks about consulates, diplomatic consulates in China and over here, vice versa, being closed and shutting down, and essentially the diplomatic staff being withdrawn, and there's going to be a evacuation of sorts, so to speak, a falling back. And reminds us, the enemy knows what time it is. They know there's going to be a diplomatic evacuation of heaven's ambassadors who are stationed here in the embassies of earth. And so we see all that. We see them pushing that picture right now. So there's a lot of suspicious things that tells us that time is super short. So it also tells us that we need to be shining brighter, because time is short. We need to redeem the time. Every hour, every single moment is very precious. And so let's redeem the time. Let's rise up. Let's occupy till he comes. Let's always remember that. Let's be sober. Let's be vigilant. Let's do our job. We are fishers of men. That's our job. Let's apply ourselves to that somewhere, somehow, some way. And especially when the Lord shows us a way, with so many reminders that parallel shining bright and extra oil and so many pictures, let's apply ourselves to what he's showing us. You know, I think in the day, why didn't the Lord give us a pre-made industrial generator trailer? You know, all decked out, already made. Why am I having to build this from scratch? You know, that was my question. And the Lord reminded me, because he's not showing us the trailer, necessarily the generator trailer. He's not showing us just a piece of equipment. He's been showing us the journey, a faith journey, a learning journey, a going forward in faith. Following who? Some industrial construction supplier? No, following our captain, who's told us he wants us to launch out into the deep. He wants us to let down our nets for a great harvest. And he has been showing us by literally building it piece by piece, part by part. And every part plays a part. The journey has been to show us our captain's heart for the lost. He wants us to shine bright. He wants us to go out. He wants us to launch out. And he is showing us piece by piece, part by part. Demonstrating, make an effort to do that. Rise up. Go out to meet the bridegroom with your heart and life. Do that. It's a process. It's done one step at a time. And that's what we need to do. Take one step at a time. One step in faith. Lord, what do you want me to do today? I'll do it. No excuses. No regrets either. And that's what I want for you, friend. Let's be found with our lights burning and drawing nigh to our Redeemer. Let's meet him halfway. I want to be found halfway. Walking on water, going to my Redeemer. So please keep this ministry in prayer. There's still a lot of electrical work to do. There's still provision needed for supplies, electrical supplies, and just other supplies as well to finish it out. But we are so close, and that again tells us and gives us a hint at the time when we see that the Lord is bringing everything together. He's bringing together a response to the rapture, which means that as we see this getting closer to the day that we see approaching, that the response is getting ready for that day, and that day is closer than we realize. So here at this very late hour, we need to rise up. We need to trim our lamps so that we can shine bright, so that the world can see our Savior, His love and His mercy is still extended in the days ahead. And friend, I want you to be a part of leaving a light burning. And I want to invite you to be a part of launching out into the deep and letting down the nets for a great harvest. We have heard the trumpet calls at midnight that have told us the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. And so let's go out. Let's rise up together, you and me together. Let's trim our lamps to shine even brighter. And let's go out to meet our bridegroom. Hearing him, heeding him, loving him, and serving him. First and highest above all else. Shining bright till he comes. Maranatha.